Hello students, today we will cover the set operations and predicates in SQL. So here is the SQL set operations. The SQL set operation is used to combine the two or more select statements. The SQL supports few set operations which can be performed on the table data. These are used to get meaningful results from data stored in the table under the different special conditions. So now it is clear that when we have to take some data from the table, we will have to apply these set operations so that we can obtain the required results. So these are the types of set operations. First is union, then union all, then intersect, and then minus. So this is the first operation, union. We can see here two sets, and we also can see we are taking the whole shaded area as union. So the point to be noted here is that we are taking this shaded area only once, because this, you can see the lines, these are going just one time here. So this is the depiction, this is the way we can see that the only one time we are taking whole of the data. So the union is used to combine the result of two or more select statements. However, it will eliminate duplicate rows from its result set. This is the main point of this union operation. It will take all of the rows of set 1 and set 2, but it will eliminate the duplicate rows from its result set. So that's what happens in the union always. In case of union, number of columns and data types must be same in both the tables on which union operation is being applied. So this is the example. So please see this carefully, because we will refer these two tables in further coming examples also. So this is the first table, ID 1, 2, this name Abhi and Adam. Then ID in the second table, ID 2 and 3 are named Adam and Chester. So select asterisk from first union, select asterisk from second. So what will this query do? Just it will take whole of the rows from first table, then it will take whole of the rows from second table. Asterisk means whole rows, complete rows, complete table. And this union here stands for combining these two tables without any duplicate. So this will be the result 1, 2 and 3. You can see always that 1, 2 and 2, 3. So 2 is combined to make the single tuple or single row in this table, and now no row will be repeated in the result set. So this is what happens in union. Now the second operation is union all. This operation is similar to union, but it also shows the duplicate rows. So here we can see that the different lines also going here. It represents that we will take this once here, and this and we will take this another time also. So there will be duplicate rows also. So this is the difference between union and union all, that in union all the duplicate rows will not be eliminated and it will be shown in the result. So here we can see the 2 row is where id is equal to 2. This row is being repeated 2 times because it was first table and it was second table. So all the rows are written with the duplicacy also. Third is intersect. So this intersect states that this two sets we have, and the common rows will be taken in the result set only. The intersect operation is used to combine two select statements, but it only returns the record which are common from both select statements. It can, in case of intersect, the number of columns and the data type must be same. So here we can see select asterisk from first table, select asterisk from second table, and in the middle we have used this operation known as intersect. So it will take only common columns, common rows between these two tables, first and second. So mainly this is always used with the select statement, so this should be remembered always. Here the result set is obtained as 2 because this was the only row which was common in both the tables. Here the next operation is minus. Here what we do is, if suppose this is first and this is second, the second one is subtracted from the first, so only this first will be remained without any column of the, without any row of the second table. Minus operation combines two results of two select statements and return only those in the final result which belongs to the first set of the result. So select asterisk from first minus select asterisk from second. So what happened here is, first we do select asterisk from first, means complete table first, and then second table complete, and this minus sign represents that this minus this. So suppose what we write if we want to subtract some numbers from minus numbers from something. So suppose we have to subtract 20 minus 15. So what we do, 15 is left aside, 20 minus 15 is 5. So here we can see that the only, this is 20 and this is, suppose it is minus 5. So here we are left with the 15. 20 minus 5 is 15. So this portion is 15 and it is being covered. Only these rows will be shown in the result. So here only one id is equal to one row will be depicted in the result set, because the table first has this row which is not common to the second table. So when we minus first 1 2 minus 2 3, so this 2 will be subtracted from the second table, first table, and only this row will be left. Now we will be covering predicates in SQL. Predicates are keywords that specify a relationship between two expressions. Here we have comparison predicates. So the syntax for comparison predicate is here. Expression 1, comparison operator, then expression 2. Suppose A is less than B. So this will be represented as this. In a comparison predicate, expression 2 can be subquery. If expression 2 is a subquery and does not return any rows, the comparison predicate evaluates to false. Here we have pattern matching predicates. We have three types of uh, this beginning, ending, and containing. These basically matches the pattern. If we want to check with some name or something, then we have this like predicate. So we can also check with this the name or something. The pattern matching predicates, the like family of predicates are used to search for a specified pattern in text, an expression, or column. These predicates include like, beginning, ending, and containing. The specific predicate to use depends on how complex the pattern needs to be. All predicates in the like family have the same SQL syntax, operate on the same data types, and can control the case sensitivity of the matching. The like family of predicates perform pattern matching for the character data types, that is char and varchar, and Unicode data types, that is nchar and nvar. So now we have the expression here. Expression not, like, beginning, containing, ending, whatever we want. Pattern with case, without case, then escape character. So this is the query. It can be written like this, where expression is a column name or a string expression. Pattern specifies the pattern to be matched. The pattern is typically a string literal but can be an arbitrary string expression. The pattern supported depends upon the specific predicate used, with case or without case, whatever we want to use. It indicates whether to match the case of a pattern This option can be used before, after, or instead of escape clause. Default, if not specified, the collation type of the expression is used, typically with case. So if it's not specified with or without, then by default we use with case. Last is escape character. It specifies the character to escape another character or to enable a character's special meaning in a pattern. So here is the next predicate of like family, beginning, containing and ending. Here we can use it like this. Expression, not, it is not compulsory, but when we want we can use, we don't want, we don't have to use not. So expression, not, beginning, containing, ending pattern, with case, without case, escape character, where expression is a column name or expression containing string functions. Beginning, it matches if the pattern string is found at the beginning of the text. Containing matches if the pattern string is found within the text. Ending matches if the pattern string is found at the end of the text. So this I would like to explain to you what is this. Suppose if we have to match a name with beginning starting two letters, that is A and B, like some names start with Abhishek or something. So if A B we have specified, and nextly we have given asterisk, then the pattern matching will take as all the names starting from A and B, and rest can be anything. Then after beginning we have this containing. It matches if some combination of text is present in the middle of the text. Then in ending, if combination of text is present at the last of the string, so it matches well and gives the result that uh, uh, all of the rows that were matching with this column name as ending in this. Now pattern, it specifies the pattern to be matched. The pattern must be a string literal. Now next is between predicate, operator and meaning. So we have this between operator and its meaning is here. Y between asymmetric x and z. X is less than equal to y and y is less than equal to z. So this is the meaning of these predicates. Y not between, so not y between x and z. Y between symmetric x and z, so x is less than y and y is less than z, or z is less than y, less than equal to y, and y is less than equal z. So this way we have this between predicates where x, y and z are the expressions and can include subqueries. Now we have in predicate, we can have this, if we have this operator like y in x to z, means the y predicate should be equal to this anything inside this series. The in predicate returns true if y is equal to one of the values in the list. It returns true if it is not in this list. Y in subquery, it returns true if y is equal to the some value which is written by this subquery, and same is with not in. Now we have any or all predicate. The any or all predicate takes the following form: any or all operator subquery. The subquery must have exactly one element in the target list of its outmost subselect, so that it evaluates to a set of single values rather than a set of rows. The any or all operator must be one of the following. This is any and this is all. So this can be equal to any, not equal to any, less than equal any, greater than any, uh, greater equal any. Same with all. So these operators can be used whatever the case is needed. A predicate that includes any operator is true if the specified comparison is true for at least one value in y, at least one value y in the set of values returned by the subquery. If the subquery returns no rows, the any comparison is false. Next, for all, a predicate that includes the all operator is true if the specified comparison is true for all values y in the set of values returned by the subquery. If the subquery returns no rows, the all comparison is true. Then next is exists predicate. It means that if we want to check something exists or not, then we can simply apply this query select ename from employee where exists. This is subquery select asterisk from department where department name is equal to employee dot department and floor is equal to 3. So if this query exists, this will be extracted from those names will be extracted from this query. This is the subquery. This result will go into this select, and this select will select only e name from the employee. Those will be satisfying these conditions. Next is null predicate. Basically, we check that if some column is null or is not null. So this result will also give you true or false. Use is integer to determine if particular result can be assigned to a column of the given data type. It is especially useful for cleaning data or validating data input. When applied to row value expressions, all elements must test the same. The is integer predicate takes the following form. So it can take is integer or is not integer. So if we are taking this for a variable, suppose x, then x is integer, so the value will be is true if x is integer in form. If x is a string, then this will be true if the value is number where any fractional digits are 0 and the signed result can be stored in an integer. Any leading or trailing white spaces is ignored. If x is decimal or float value, then this predicate is true if the value can be stored in an int column and any fractional digits are 0. If the values in a column pass this predicate, then whole column can be coerced into int8. Next is decimal predicate. In this we check if the certain value is decimal or is not decimal. So if it is decimal, the query result will be true, or if not, then result will be false. Is float, same is the case. If this is a float number, suppose we are taking this example, if it is float, this will give true, or if this is not a float number, then it will give a false result. Now we have is true, is false, is unknown predicates. So is true, is false, is unknown. The is boolean operator behaves according to the following truth table. We have this table present with us. So that is true for boolean true, is false is true for boolean false, is unknown is true for an unknown null value. Every other comparison is false. So this is the main summary of this table. Thank you very much.